This is the women's vault final. Please welcome the gymnasts. Representing Hungary, Boglárka Divai. Representing France, Colleen Devila. Representing Netherlands, Tisha Bowman. Representing Slovenia, Teja Belak. Representing Russian Federation, Lilia Akaimova. Representing Romania, Denisa Galgota. Representing Germany, Sarah Boss. Representing Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova. These are the gymnasts for the women's vault final.
Good afternoon, and the excitement is at fever pitch here in an absolutely packed arena. The gymnasts have had their opportunity to warm up an hour ago, and now they have to just come in cold and perform.
And as we can see there, going to be our first competitor, Divai Boglárka of Hungary. Third in the European Championships on this piece of apparatus, as Beth said there, the first medal for Hungary since 1998. And what's really impressed us here in the commentary box is the way that the Hungarians have really taken to this championships, and you can really see the future for them is definitely looking very good indeed.
Yes, of course, Hungary, a huge heritage of gymnastics, but in recent years have been struggling.
So to get this women's vault final underway, representing Hungary is Boglárka Divai.
She waits for the green light, she's got it, off she goes. Enormous power down the runway, the half turn on, the twist off. She was outside the zone, she had 1 foot, I think, in the red, which means there'll be quite a reasonable size deduction. Gymnasts have to try and land right down the middle.
But such a difficult vault there. You can see the round off half turn, blocks into the handspring, wraps in there for the twist, spots the landing, and just that slight adjustment. That is point one, but bear in mind, she has the most difficult vault in this final at a 6. Scored 14.8 for this vault in qualification. She should score very well. You can see just the power there. Look, really attacks the vault. Half turn block, wraps in for the 1.5 twist. Chest down a little bit, Christine, so there will be a slight deduction on the landing.
There will. It's a very difficult vault. You can see she turns on in the first flight, And as you said, Craig, if the chest is pointing at the floor, the judges will deduct, and they'll deduct for the step to the side and a little bit for untidy legs. But it's a very difficult vault and well performed.
It is, and she had just 5/10 headway or clearance between first and second. Score comes in there, 14.633, big score. There's a 0.1 for the penalty for that step. But you know, it's the average of the two vaults. And the second vault is a 5-4 difficulty if it's the same as qualification. So, second vault, Maglaga Devine.
And it has to be different. She can't do the same vault again. She can't actually approach the apparatus in exactly the same way. So I suspect she'll do a round off in front and a flip on. Here we go, the back flip on. Very nice double twist. Again, a little bit off direction, but cleanly through the double twist. She's landed both her very difficult vaults. The rest know they're going to have to do something special to beat those performances.
Yeah, different entry to the vault. The Yurchenko, you'll see a lot of this. You can see she just went to one side slightly there on the vaulting table. And if that's 2 feet in that zone, that's a 0.3 deduction. There you can see she blocks in, wraps round well. Two good solid vaults.
She actually is a little bit offline on the flip on. It's a problem the gymnasts do have with this vault, and they spend a lot of time in the gym trying to put it right. But you can see how offline she was, and she did actually land in the red zone. So we're seeing here on the scoreboard the difficulty, 5.4, then you'll see her execution score, and you'll probably see the penalty as well. So you see the execution, the difficulty, the execution 8.966, but a 0.3 penalty for being in the red zone. So she's opened the door a little bit for the other competitors.
Yep, average there of 14.439, so the bar has been set.
So the next gymnast is part of the very successful French team. Second in the team final yesterday. And a specialist vaulter, de Villiard, Colleen de Villiard.
Well, she's a very powerful gymnast. Approaches, handspring, wraps in, the 1.5 twist. Super technique, super flight, super height. That was a sensational first vault.
Yes, the only piece of apparatus she's performed for the team here. A regular handspring on, launches so high that the camera's lost her, and a very, very good direction there, right down the middle. You can see handspring lifts up, legs locked together, so there'll be a bit of a deduction for chest down on landing. The judges ideally like to see them right up, but it's a very neat, tidy vault this, and a very difficult vault as well.
It is, that's a 5.8 difficulty, and for me actually, of the first two vaults that we've seen, that looked the better vault. Obviously the judges will work out what they think of that. Yes, it was 0.2 down on the difficulty, but the execution for me was excellent.
So here we have 8.9, the execution, no penalties, 5.8, so it's a 14.766. Can she match it with another really strong vault? She only had a 4.6 difficulty in qualification, so will she have upped it? Again, it has to be a different vault this time. You can see her mentally rehearsing what she's going to do. So for France, Colleen de Villiard.
Needs a big vault to challenge for the top spot. Composes but attacks the vault well. Opts for the Yurchenko, wraps in, ups the value well. What a shame. She did full twist in qualification. She obviously went for the double twist there, just not enough height and block. Hands down, that will be costly.
It will be costly, but in a final, there's everything to play for. She knew that this single twist would qualify her, but not be enough for the medal she wants. So she wrapped in cleanly the double twist, but she landed feet first, so it'll get a score, but 1 whole mark away.
To me, Chris, it looked a little bit high onto the platform. We can see here, yeah, maybe a little bit high on. She didn't get the block, and obviously it's so important to get your hands back into the vaulting platform to give you the block. Twist, fantastic. Such a shame.
She also had her hands a little skewed on the top, so she was already thinking of the twist before the block. Disappointed with herself.
She qualified in 2nd place, but I don't think that'll be good enough in this field of gymnasts. 14.439 is the chasing score.
But the French have been very impressive here. Lots of finals. So 7-7 for execution, 5-4, 13.933. The average of the 2 vaults puts her into 2nd place.
So, next up on vault, representing the Netherlands, T-shirt Volleman.
The Netherlands celebrating last night a medal, 3rd place in the team competition. Fantastic performances, and she vaulted brilliantly last evening. Has to come and do it all again now, and you can see the determination on the runway, the flip up, 2 twists, big step forwards, which means it was a little bit under-rotated, but the feet were securely down.
Well, not the most difficult first vault we've seen so far. 5.4 for the double twist. It's all about average of the 2. Good block there, wraps in. Maybe a little bit loose in the legs there, crossing of the feet, but she did well to control the landing and stay within the zone.
Lots of determination, but the big step forwards means it was a bit short of height, a bit short of rotation, and the judges can have a bit of a field day on that. But she interestingly blocks the top with the hands really turned out and keeps really straight arms. You can see the effort and power going into this.
Well, the first vault in qualification, 14.233. We sometimes think around the 14 for a good double twist. There you can see 13.933 down on the execution, Christine. The judges did pick up on that landing. So she'll need a good 2nd vault.
For 8 difficulty in qualification. Will she have tried to up it? I doubt it myself. This is 3rd day of competition for these gymnasts.
So 2nd vault for T-shirt Volleman of the Netherlands.
Real big concentration, needs to harness all this power. This time with the half turn on, the front somersault with half turn. Actually a very nicely performed vault, that one. A little easier, but very cleanly done.
Well, the Dutch gymnasts have had a fantastic competition, picking up that team medal. But you can see there the round off half turn into the handspring, straight front half turn. Performed better than the first one actually on the landing there. You can see the block. Plenty of time to spot the floor, slight adjustment. So that should score quite well as a 2nd vault, but you can definitely see the power and determination with this vaulter as she approaches the horse, Christine.
You Definitely can, and you see this is how the difficulty is built. She only have half a twist, so it's only out of 4-8. The first gymnast, Devi, put the extra twist in, 1.5. So here we have it, 13.799, third place at the moment. But clean vaulting, she'll be pleased with that.
There's the current leader from Hungary.
You can see the wrist support. The gymnasts call them panda paws. Just give a bit of support to the wrists as they hit the platform. Tasia Balak.
Powerful gymnast. Wrapped in. Oh, what a shame. She went for the handspring straight front with the double twist. Obviously went for difficulty and just didn't have enough height and rotation.
The handspring, the block up in the air, she snaps. Just one twist, but even that was a big ask. She didn't get the feet over quite strongly enough. It's a very difficult vault, that, because whereas if you're landing backwards, you can pike down and get your feet down. This, there's none of that. She blocks, brings the chest up, then kicks out to initiate that twist, and she just did not have enough air time.
Yeah, sorry, she came from the top that quick. I actually thought she'd done a double twist, so apologies there. But yeah, just not enough block off the top of the horse. And once you've taken off, there's nothing you can do in mid-air.
So 13.066, just a 7.66 in execution. It would have been an 8.66 if she hadn't had the fall. The fall is 1 mark off. Always difficult now to psych yourself up for the second vault when you know you've put yourself out the running with the first vault. So for Slovenia, Tasia Balak.
Well, she needs a good second vault. Different entry. Wraps in the Yurchenko with the 1.5 twist. A lot cleaner. It's just a shame that first vault caused a few problems. She qualified in 4th place, so she's been really wanting to get onto the podium and into the medals.
Very nice, clean, tidy vault this. Flips on, nice straight arms on contact, beautiful line in the air, and she met the floor very well. Again, you can see it's what we call a blind landing. You can see she can't see the floor as she comes to land, so you need to rehearse it many, many times to have enough awareness in the air to know when to come out of the twist and get ready to bend your legs. Good vaulting.
I say, Christine, that was a cracking second vault. You can tell with the block from the top, it gives them the height, and where some gymnasts are landing with the shoulders down, she was dead upright there, so that just goes the amount of height she got.
So 9 in execution, 13.533. Disappointing first vault, but very good second. And Devi is holding on to that top spot at the moment.
She had a nice gap between first and second. First look at our gymnast for the Russian Federation, 21 years of age, Lilia Akhimova.
And a very powerful gymnast, only competed floor and vault. And what a vault, handspring, straight front somersault with the 1.5 twists. See the coach have a few words about the second vault.
Well, very powerful gymnast, you could definitely see there, really attacked the vault. For me, you just watch a little bit, blocks off the top, wraps in, 1.5 twist. Now look, the chest and shoulders down below the horizontal. Now the judges will pick up on that. They want to see the chest up, facing the vault. However, it is a very difficult point, 5.8 on difficulty. So even though there's that big deduction, it should score quite well.
Oh, it will. It's a definite challenge, this vault. But you can see how the deduction is made. And in fact, if she was landing the other way, she would be sitting down. Just needs a little bit more time in the air to complete the 1.5 twists.
Well, the score comes in 14.366, so a very good score. Can certainly challenge. It just depends what the second vault will be. She had a 4.8 for a second vault in qualification, but as we've seen, some of these gymnasts have opted for a safer vault to qualify for the final. So this might be slightly more difficult.
So her execution was down at 8.5. Most of the gymnasts are looking to try and get into the 9s on vault execution.
Second vault then, Lilia Ackheim over.
Good power, and it's a Sukahara style vault. The half onto the platform, blocks beautifully high, and just adds 1 twist. As Craig had said, not the most difficult, but probably one of the most stylish. And she will hope for that to go into the 9s on execution.
I would think so there, the half on. Nice straight legs, you can see there, chest up to the vault, not the same deep landing as what we saw before. Look at this, blocks in. A little leg split and separation from the springboard. The judges will pick up on that, start deducting as soon as they take off the springboard, but execution-wise, that should score quite well.
See, she swings the arms forwards as if she's going to do a handspring and then makes a turn on. First gymnast to do that was called Sukahara, and 8.966 in execution, 14.066. Catapults her up into second place. Devi looks like she's about to hyperventilate there.
Or the coach.
It's more nerve-wracking watching the others than performing yourself. First look at Romanian gymnasts in these finals, Denisa Golgota.
Second in the Junior Europeans on this piece of apparatus. Wraps in, that's a beautiful double twist in Yurchenko. That was a great start.
Time to spare in the air. She blocks high, lifts, wraps 2 twists, has time to start to open out and make the landing, and that's really what gets the good scores. Nice flip on, legs locked together.
Not too many deductions on that, Christine, for me. Chest was up, looking at the vault, plenty of height, plenty of flight. As you say, that's what the judges are looking for. Good strong block from the top of the platform. She got 14.33 in qualification.
Yes, squeezes up a little higher. You see the execution 9.1, so 14.5. That's a very good score for the double twisting Yurchenko. Is her second vault as good? That is the question. Romania, over the years, have produced some absolutely fabulous vaulters. We haven't seen them for the last few years, but they've certainly got a good tradition of great vaulting.
Oh, must be a different style of vault. Qualification, it was a 4.8. She's certainly attacking the vault. As we've seen before, the full twisting Sukahara. Nice vault there, a little bit dished at the second part for me. She just brought her feet down to the landing, but certainly will lay a challenge.
She will indeed. And Romania, of course, didn't make team final, but a good turn on. There's the pike. You're allowed to pike down a little bit for landing. You obviously can't land without tension down the middle, but she created the pike a little bit too early, didn't she, Craig? While she was still in the air.
Yeah, nice and straight there. Just for me, it just went a little bit too soon. But I'm obviously being a little bit picky there. It was a good vault.
Oh, another good execution score, 9.033, 14.166, puts her in second place. That will be a big delight for the Romanian team.
You're right, Christine, she looks like she needs to have a sit down there.
She can barely watch.
Well, she's in first place so far with 2 gymnasts to go. Our penultimate performer representing Germany, 19 years of age, is Sarah Voss.
Germany also didn't qualify for team final, so we haven't seen a great deal of them. But this gymnast, a strong vaulter, very good run, lovely lift. Oh, fabulous double twist. She did that with ease. I think that might go even more than 14.5. That was a very impressive vault.
I was just going to say to that, Christine, for me that looks like the best Yurchenko we've seen. Just look at the height and block. Hands in, wraps in the air, plenty of height, enough time to spot the floor, and one just little adjustment on the landing. Look, you can see there, blocks in, wraps. Plenty of time. It's easy to say to get more height from the vault, but it's all about the run up and the acceleration, getting the hands back there in plenty of time. Yeah, cracking vault.
I think the highest we saw yesterday for a double twisting Yurchenko was 14.6. Oh, no, they weren't so impressed. I suppose it was the big step backwards, 14.433.
Well, it was 2/10 up on her qualification vault, so it's always about making those little improvements. I tell you, she had a start value of 4.8 on the second vault in qualification, so it's going to be very close. Second vault, Sarah Voss.
Same excellent approach. The half turn on this time. The front somersault with the half turn. Very clean vaulting, delighted with herself.
Oh, 2 very clean vaults there. Different entry, the round off half turn handspring. The front somersault half turn. Just that slight adjustment on the landing. Maybe a little bit of a flight too soon like we'd seen before. But this, the first flight, very good, good stretch. Spots the floor, it's going to be close.
Yes, legs beautifully locked together. That's a vault that can be a bit messy if gymnasts let their legs fly apart, but that was beautifully done. .083 into third. Into third place, just one more gymnast to go. So, Hungary are assured of a medal. What colour?
Well, our final competitor might have something to say about that. Qualified in third place. Already took gold already with the team. Representing Russia is Angelina Melnikova.
Hugely powerful gymnast. Flips on, lifts high, double twist. Very nice work. She's a beautiful, elegant, powerful gymnast. We've seen her over the years make errors, being unable to control the power. But this championship, she's really impressed, hasn't she, Craig?
She certainly has. And for me, it probably didn't have the height and block of the previous vault, but what was really impressive, it seems to be one of the most controlled landings. You can stop there, just that slight adjustment. I mean, that vault is 5-4 difficulty. And I think over the past couple of years, we've really seen her mature and lead the Russian team. And certainly in the next couple of years, she'll be wanting to feature greatly in Tokyo in 2020.
Yes, she competed in Rio Here we are, 14-5, 6-6, and 9-1 in execution. So they took a little bit off for those legs apart in the second twist.
Well, it was up a couple of tenths from the qualification. She posted a 5-2 difficulty for a second vault and scored 14. She knows she'll have to hit a pretty similar sort of vault. Final vault, Angelina Melnikova.
So, different vault. Flip with the half turn, front somersault with half turn. It was good, it was clean, a little bit of a step to the side. She looks mightily relieved. But Russia have been impressive at this championships. Often they make a lot of errors, but not this time. The team final yesterday, they went completely clean.
There you can see the half turn into the handspring. She did well to pull that back actually, because if you look on the top of the vault, she was right over to that side, only just got a hand on and did well to pull it back that one step to the side if it went into the zone, out the landing zone should I say. That's a 0.1, a little bit of a leg split. Might be good enough to challenge for a medal, but I don't think it's good enough to go into first place, which will mean Hungary will take their first medal of these championships.
Well, nobody feels quite as sure as you, I don't think, Craig. Let's wait and see. There's certainly drama. Oh, 14.233. It's second. It's the silver medal, and Hungary are absolutely delighted.
Well, I'm so glad she won, Christine, because I thought she was probably going to have a nervous breakdown there with the weight. But I mean, this is absolutely fantastic to see. It doesn't matter what sport you watch, to see somebody perform at their best and then be rewarded, it's absolutely fantastic. I've got goosebumps. Well done.
So, European champion. Second for Russia, Angelina Melnikova, second. Hungary had a period when they were so hugely successful and their gymnastics has been really a bit in the doldrums for a few years, but this championships definitely shows a big comeback. And third, I think we're waiting confirmation, here it is, for Denisa Golgota from Romania, another fantastic achievement and one that will delight gymnastic fans to see Romania back on the rostrum.
Even the coaches crying there, Christine. You can see what it means to both gymnast and coach, because let's not forget the gymnasts tend to spend less time in the gyms than the coaches, because the coaches are there with all the other gymnasts. So
absolutely,
it's absolutely fantastic testament to the hard work that's been done.
So, confirmation of the results. Boglar Devai from Hungary first, European champion. Angelina Melnikova, silver medalist. Denisa Golgota from Romanian third. It's really like a step back in the past, that series of results.
Representing Belgium, Nina de Waal. Representing Sweden, Jonna Aldertey. Representing France, Laurette Charpie. Representing Russian Federation, Uliana Herabinosova. Representing Great Britain, Kelly Sim. Representing Germany, Kim Bui. Representing Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova. These are the gymnasts for the women's uneven bars final.
So the first gymnast ready, Juliette Bossou from France, stands by the uneven bars, first of our finalists.
Qualified in 5th position. Sweet full turn to the shoulder, just pull the feet back. Nice transition to the high bar, stoop again, half turn into the forward, high into the pike, Jaeger somersault, the pike salto, or the back somersault down to the low bar, transitions to the top bar with the Shap half turn, forward long swing, needs a good dismount, the double front, sticks the landing, well, good solid start from the young French lady.
Yes, and France have been so impressive, and uneven bars has been the piece they've really wowed us on. They had actually 3 gymnasts qualify in the top 8, only 2 allowed into the final, so that shows how strong the French have been on the uneven bars, and that was a great start. She had a little stall. This is the stoop in and out with a full turn, and then a stolder, and she just let the feet out early, but she fought so hard and then went straight into the flight to the high bar. There we are, the feet, they don't go on, they're stoops, those, and then the Jaeger somersault, that fulfills the requirement of a forward element, an element in a forward grip, and she moves straight down to that low bar. And it's linking the difficult moves together that really makes the difference to the score, to the start score. These see she's swinging there with the hands in reverse. That's a forward grip movement, and you have to show those as well as backward grip. Lovely control on the landing. So there's the score, 14.1. That is a big opening score for France.
This gymnast certainly performed well, representing Belgium, Nina Derval.
Current European champion here to defend her title. Look at the lovely shape in the handstand. Big, straight Kachev, such a difficult move. And now with a half turn, immediately down to the low bar and straight back up. So she's done several moves all together without any intermediate swings. That's how the difficulty grows. Now the half turn to the high bar. One more thing to do, full pirouette and a dismount. A quick, short, powerful routine. Somebody will have to be very, very good to beat that. She was third in the world.
Well, she's got the most difficult routine, or so qualification says, 6.3, and it's linking all those skills together. The front away there with the half turn into the Stalder, immediately transfers to the top bar. You can see the hands there. That was the Kachev with the half turn. So normally we see the Kachev, that's the half turn, straight down to the low bar, straight back to the top bar. Working a class of its own. In bar work, stoop with the full turn, immediately links into the dismount. Double twist with the full twist.
It's a very cleverly constructed routine because it hasn't got spare elements, you know. You need to do 8 elements, and if you can do 8 elements in a row, bang, 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 you get bonuses for linking them together.
And it's a big score. Nina Derval, 14.733. That'll take some beating, that, Christine.
It will indeed. But if there's a gymnast who can, it's this gymnast who qualified top.
Next competitor on the uneven bars, representing Sweden, Joanna Alderleg.
And top qualifier, she was the first gymnast in the competition in the first round. Lovely, clear Kachev, straight down to the low bar. Beautiful lines, lots of easy rhythm to this routine. The Shaposhnikova and immediately into the pack full. Another very difficult element, and oh, well, that pirouette was on top of the bar, wasn't it? Into the Kachev. She had a little stall. Here comes the forward element with the half turn. Big dismount needed. She's winding it up. Very nice double straight. Well, I don't think that will probably beat Derval, but it should be a medal, that routine. And for Sweden, that would be very significant. Fabulous work.
I was just going to say that, Christine. We've had Hungary take the gold on the vault, or take a medal on the vault. Sweden now challenging on the uneven bars. That was absolutely fantastic to see, but I agree, I don't think it was just as clean as what she did in the qualification. A few points there where the legs just separated a little bit, hovering on top of the bar.
And you see she did the pack salto down to the low bar, and then she had to do an upstart and a handstand rather than go immediately into the next element, and so her difficulty won't be quite so high. Over 6 is the magic amount. And took a couple of giants to wind up into the dismount.
Big dismount, double straight. There you can see 2 somersaults in the straight position, chest up, enough time to spot the landing and the coach again made up with that performance.
Well, she had a nasty injury, so 6.2 difficulty, 14.533. Yes, just a little bit behind Nina Derwell. But very impressive bar final so far. So Laurette Sharpie from France, one of the linchpins of the team that took the silver medal last night.
Qualified in 7th, just 16 years of age. And a bronze medal on the bars in the Junior Europeans. Nice full turn into the handstand. Lovely height, transfer to the top bar. Stoop half. Nice high pike, Jaeger somersault. And again, straddle, Stolderkachev. There's the Shap with the half turn. Locks into the handstand. Just needs a good dismount. Winds up. Another double layout. Well, from the young 16-year-old, that was a performance.
Really impressive, and she mucked up a little bit in the team final yesterday, so she will have wanted to really give a good show today. Her qualification difficulty was just 5.8, and we've already seen those 3 routines with over 6. But lovely Stolder circle into the flight to the high bar. We call them shaposhnikovas after the first gymnast to perform them. And a super, super high piked Jaeger somersault. And the Kachev action from the Stolder straight down to the low bar. You can see the twang on the bar, the vibration as she releases, ready for the double straight dismount. Coach absolutely thrilled.
Well, such an impressive routine from such a young person, and we're getting a real glimmer of the future of gymnastics at these championships for certain. We're going to see a lot more of this young lady, I'm definite about that. There's our current leader, Nina Derwell, posted a huge 14.733, which will take some beating.
And 14.133, yes, a 5.8 difficulty, but very good execution, 8.33. So every gymnast in the 14s so far in this finals.
Next up, onto the even bars, representing Russia, is Yuliana Perebinisova.
Bars really are Russia's piece. Look at the height on that. Oh, but that was a bit of a wild Ezheva down to the low bar. She did extremely well not to put her feet on the floor. Lovely tight pirouette. Kachev, Shap, Pak. With the half turn, the Shap. Big wind up into the full twisting double back. Well, it was a little wild in some places. They're not celebrating, but it was a workmanlike performance, I think I would say there. She didn't give up. Didn't quite have the virtuosity that sometimes the Russians show.
Well, for me, a very gritty performance. We've often seen Russian gymnasts in the past fall from the slightest mistake. There you can see just released far too early, which meant it went a bit of a sidewinder. But anybody else would have probably fallen off, and it just shows the determination of this new Russian team. So impressive. The rest of the routine, for me, was performed very well. There you can see the close angle of the hand movements on the bar. Kicks into the full twist, knees locked together. Qualified in 3rd place for 14.266.
And a big 6-1 difficulty. If she managed that this time, she'll still be up there, because she kept the feet off the floor. It was a bit, it looked worse slow motion when we saw it than it will have to the judges in real time.
Yeah, the judges are actually side on to the uneven bars, so sometimes we can see on the camera that the legs are split from behind, and they won't always see that, the judges.
14.166, the 6-1 difficulty, but down on the execution. 8.066. Won't be a medal today. I say it won't be a medal today. It's 3rd at the moment, so it might be.
Next up for Great Britain, 23 years of age, from Dynamo School of Gymnastics, Kelly Sim.
And on the floor there with our performance director, the boss of women's gymnastics, Amanda Redding. Lovely forward element to start, full pirouette, very clean into the huge Kachev. This is a difficult combination now. Stolder Kachev, immediate pack salto, beautifully performed. And another new combination for Kelly here. Shap, immediate pack with a full turn. Again, she did very well to keep her feet off the floor. Half turn back up to the high bar. Just the dismount to go. Winds it up. Fast, powerful, lovely double straight. Well done, Kelly. Great performance. That's the 3rd routine in a row like that Kelly's given the GB team. Fantastic routine.
That was a great performance. Having to wait around for 5 other gymnasts to perform and go up under that pressure, absolutely superb. And we know that she was obviously disappointed with her performance on the beam yesterday, but you need to get back out in the arena and perform again, and that should fill her with confidence in such a difficult routine as well.
She's strong, light gymnast, finishes that move so well that she can kick immediately into the next move. She has a 6 difficulty on bars, and actually the GB team on bars were one of the best in the team final. And we sadly lost Becky Downey to injury, but that was a tremendous performance. 14.066 for Kelly Sim. Wow. She'll be happy with that.
Well, she certainly will. Up a few tenths from qualification, and that's all you can ask these gymnasts to do, is perform better than the previous outing. Well done, Kelly.
So one of the most experienced gymnasts in the competition, 29 years of age, from Germany, Kim Bui.
Qualified in 4th. Straight into the forward grip. Nice high pike front somersault with Jaeger. Scoop on. Back up to the high bar, lovely in the full twist. A little bit close on the catch. There's the Shap with the half turn. Stoop full. Into the Ginga somersault. Just needs the dismount. Winds up. Double back with a full twist. Solid routine. Well, will it be good enough to get into the medals?
Well, she's swinging fantastically, as well as I've ever seen her swing, actually. She's medalled before at this level. Really lovely work, lovely variety. At a time when an awful lot of the gymnasts all do rather similar work, it's quite nice to see a variety of work. That was the first release. Yes, and the full turn there. She catches, just has to use a bit of strength to get up to handstand, but she's well able to do that. There's the half turn. Nice and clean to catch the bar.
That was nice, the full twist down to the low bar. Had to make a slight adjustment, but the height, that's what they look for, the flight between the bars, the transition. Full twist in the dismount. We've not had a gymnast score under 14, so that just goes to show you what a bar final this is.
Tremendous, and that's 14-2 to take her into third position. Wow, this would be a great story for Germany. Such disappointment in team qualification. However, this gymnast will have a bit to say about it.
Final competitor on the uneven bars in this European final for Russia, Angelina Melnikova.
Look at that lovely stoop right in. She gets the connection straight. Oh, and she's going for it all. Connected it. She didn't in team final. She played a bit safe, but that was a lovely stoop again. High Jaeger. Swing turn. She then goes for the pirouette. Very nicely done into the dismount. That is one of the best routines I've seen Melnikova do. She often takes a bit the easy route out or to play safe for the team, but today it was all about the individual and she went for every bit of it. Wow, she really is growing into a great gymnast.
Well, she obviously knew that she had to up the ante a little bit, qualified down in 6, and she had 5.9 difficulty in qualification. I think that'll be slightly higher, as you said there, Christine. She linked some of the moves and probably one of the better routines we've seen her perform. What's good about Melnikova is her execution. She performs her routines so well, and it's difficult for the judges to take the deductions.
That was probably one area they might do. You saw her catch the front somersault with slightly bent elbows, and they'll have a little deduction there. But the full pirouette straight into the dismount, very tidily done.
Well, I think Nina Derwell will take first place. We'll just have to see what the score she needs more, 14.2, and she does 14.366. Angelina Melnikova from Russia takes another medal.
And Nina Derwell defends her title. European champion last year, she defends it again. 14.733, a big total. So a very interesting mix of countries taking medals there as well. And a great performance from Kelly Sim there to finish her championships. So Joanna Adleteg from Sweden in second place. And the bronze medal goes to Angelina Melnikova for Russia. Every single gymnast went through their routines. Every gymnast scoring over 14 in this final. It's one of the highest standards I've seen. And there you saw Melnikova up to difficulty to 6.1, and that's what got her the medal. Had she played safe, it wouldn't be hers. Confirmation there, Nina Derwell from Belgium becomes the European uneven bars champion. Joanna Adleteg from Sweden, the silver medalist, and Angelina Melnikova into third place, pushing out Kim Bui into fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's vault final. The medals and gifts will be presented by UEG President Farid Gaibov, Member of the Women's Technical Committee, UEG, Mairead Kavanagh, Chair of Scottish Gymnastics, Scott Harper, winner of the bronze medal, representing Romania, Denisa Gogota. Winner of the silver medal, representing Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova. Winner of the gold medal and women's vault European champion, representing Hungary, Baklaka Devay. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Hungary. So one more medal ceremony, then we'll be looking to our beam and floor for the finals of the day in the senior women's programme at our 2018 Glasgow European Championships. It's been an amazing 4 days of competition. We're coming towards the close of it, but lots of action, 16 routines, 8 on beam, 8 on floor, more to come. I'm sure you'll be supporting all of our competitors.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the women's uneven bars final. The medals and gifts will be presented by the Right Honourable Lord Provost, Glasgow City Council, Councillor Eva Bollender. Member of the Women's Technical Committee, UEG, Maria Reisinen. And Vice President, President Jury of Appeal, Michelle Buta. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova. Winner of the silver medal, representing Sweden, Jonna Alderte. Winner of the gold medal and women's uneven bars, European champion, representing Belgium, Nina Durval. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Belgium. This is the women's balance beam final. Please welcome the gymnasts. Representing France, Marine Boyer. Representing Belgium, Melis Brassard. Representing France, Melanie de Jesus dos Santos. Representing Netherlands, Sani Wevers. Representing Greece, Vasiliki Milosi. Representing Switzerland, Ilaria Kieslin. Representing Belgium, Nina Duval. And representing Germany, Pauline Schaefer. These are the gymnasts for the women's balance beam final.
First up in this women's beam final, representing France, 18 years of age, Marine Boyer.
And Marine Boyer was the gymnast in qualification who posted the highest difficulty, 5.9 in difficulty, which is quite huge. Very nicely through that first series. She managed to join the free walkover to the 2 jumps, but this is the big difficult element. Round off straight back, and she holds it, just a little bit of a bobble. Two nice leaps, change leg and the change leg half. Good control on the spin, just the slightest little wobbles, but the judges will see them. Good link, free cartwheel, immediate step forwards into a leap and then a side summy, 3 elements joined. Bonus for that. She had to fight for the split jump half turn. Boyer was 4th in beam at the Olympics in Rio. She needs a good, strong, powerful dismount. Here it comes. Double pike, just a step back. It wasn't faultless, but it was a big routine, and she'll put down a score that will be hard to beat.
13.366 in qualification with that huge 5.9 difficulty score. Were areas there, a few little wobbles. The judges could pick the odd 10s here and there. But big acrobatic series, very difficult there. The round off, the layout, somersault, some slight adjustment, and then spin element, and turn. This is a very difficult jump with leap. Gymnast must show the flexibility. Splits, position shown, big dismount, double pike back, little adjustment. As you said, Christine, that will be for the others to challenge.
It will. There were little wobbles. It's always quite difficult going up first, but she settled herself. There's the judges, all deliberating. In fact, they're the judges, the others were the secretariat who put the scores in. The judges in their little cubby hole to make sure they can concentrate and focus on what they're doing.
No conferring of scores as well. All goes into a computer. Highest and the lowest scores are discarded, then the average. And 13.166 down on qualification. The judges obviously picked up on those wobbles, Christine.
Yep, just a 7.366 in execution. That's out of 10, so she lost quite a few marks.
Next up on the beam, representing Belgium, Melis Brassard.
Good control on the free walkover. She was a bit hesitant there. Gymnasts have to link 2 jumps, so she didn't do it there. They also have to link 2 acrobatic elements, which she performed nicely with the backflip and layout somersault. And that was a series that would have generally been linked. So now she's done 3 separate jumps or leaps, but nothing joined. Good control on the free cartwheel. Change leg ring. Judges have to decide. Here come the 2 jumps. Well, she's now thinking, what shall I do? Here we go. Finally, she manages to improvise and do them. If you leave it out, it's a 0.5 deduction off your start score. Oh, but that was a grasp of the beam. It's a little bit nervy, this performance. They have to do sideways sections. And that was her sideways dance. And the gong indicated she got 10 seconds to dismount. Here comes the dismount. Good double pike. So a very nice dismount, but the look at her face says it all. My goodness me, I got a bit distracted there.
Well, fair play. She was thinking on her feet and realised how to put those 2 leaps in, and then I think she realised when she had that little bit of a hiccup on the beam, it's because I think she was speeding up.
Yeah.
She just ran out of time, which will be 0.1. But yeah, again, you know, great to see 2 gymnasts from Belgium in another final. There's the acrobatic series, flick into the layout, no problem with that at all.
See, she didn't join those. She would normally have stepped and immediately gone into this jump. But she broke the series, so she didn't get the series, and she won't have got the bonus for 2 difficult leaps joined.
Free cartwheel. No problem with the acrobatic skills. This was a little bit of a hiccup, a little bit of originality there. Looked like a leg just got at the wrong side. But big dismount, round off into the double pike back. Qualified in 7th position. So it'll be another great experience for sure.
I think the judges will have a bit of a field day there. We will see.
Well, she seems happy with the performance.
Happy to have stayed on and not given in to the nerves.
There's the current leader, Irene Boyer, 13.166. That's the score to chase, obviously having some technical issues. Getting the scores in.
The judges, of course, punch the score into a keyboard that then goes to the central panel to all be agreed. They have to be within a certain range.
I remember the days when it was pen and paper, Christine, and you had your little gymnasts as runners. Somebody frantically going with a calculator. Oh, the good old days.
It still often is like that at regional county competitions. It's only at the big championships that the judges have the luxury of their own little laptop.
The score taking its time, obviously makes the next competitor wait. So it's a bit unnerving, especially with the beam. Score comes in 12.266. There you can see the 0.1 penalty for just being over the time. 2nd position. This is an exciting gymnast to watch. Representing France, Melanie de Jesus, 18 years of age.
Super difficult pike front somersault mount. Very powerful gymnast. And then the same element along the beam, piked front somersault, and the beam is not sprung. It's not like the floor area that's got springs. You have to generate all the power yourself, and that was a lovely smooth backflip layout somersault. And there's the all-important 2 jumps. Not so difficult, but very smooth and confidently done. And this routine has very nice pace. Change leg leap with the half turn. The gymnasts count 8 moves. At least 3 of them have to be jumps or leaps or spins. And that was very nicely performed, 3 elements in a row. Oh, what a fight. The split jump with the half turn, nearly her undoing. Many of these gymnasts are a lot more confident on the acrobatic skills. It's often the jumps that will catch them out. This is hugely powerful. Watch this big, confident dismount. Double tuck, little pace. That was a good routine, other than that big wobble, which will probably be about a 0.5 deduction. That was a very nice routine indeed.
Yes, definitely one of my favourite female gymnasts of the moment. So exciting to watch. Certainly a big star in the future. Going to really challenge around the world. Such a difficult routine from start to finish. The pike front somersault and also the pike front somersault on the beam. This is the acrobatic series, I think, in the flick into the layout or straight somersault. There you go. That takes some power to be able to do that from the standing flick. There again, the free walk over, straight into the split jump, into the back flip. As you say, Christine, it's the jumps and the turns that seem to be causing the most problems.
Yes. And sort of after each Olympics, the judging system changes slightly, and they've changed the emphasis on some of the jumps, upgraded them to encourage gymnasts to use them, but they're of course there for moves that they haven't been doing for years and years, probably just since the change in the code, which was at the end of Rio.
13-1-6-6 by her teammate Marine Boyer. Leads. That's the score she needs. I think it should go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it might go higher than that, but she did only have a 5.4 difficulty score as opposed to a 5.8.
Score comes in, not just good enough to go first. 13.066 for Melanie De Jesus.
And it's the difficulty that counted there, 5.4 to her teammate Boyer's 5.8.
The Olympic champion up onto the beam representing the Netherlands, 26 years of age, Sanne Weavers.
And this gymnast can be absolutely sensational, but she's been a bit edgy this championships. Can she settle for this final? Round off, back flip on. That was nicely performed. This is a very difficult spin. 1.5 spins. I've seen it double often. But lovely rhythm, good technique, free cartwheel, back flip, confident and secure. That's her acrobatic series. We've had a spin already. Smooth free walkover, easily into the split jump and then the full turning flip. The element's close to the beam. She's smooth, good rhythm. Watch carefully here. 1 spin, 2 spins, then a double spin. Step out, a split leap, and no jump full turn today, but even so, that was a fantastic series. Clean half turn, now the dismount, full twist in the gainer. That will be the highest routine so far of the day. The big series with the 4 elements linked together gives her quite a lot of bonus.
Well, big routine. Only ever picked up a silver medal on the beam in the European Championships, so definitely gold's what she's after. Qualified in 4th place, like you say, Christine. She has been a bit edgy, but if there's a time to pull out a routine, it's in the final. I mean, from start to finish, she did look in control.
Absolutely, because at that mount, one hand was a bit in front of the other. She could have easily made a mistake there.
We've seen her do that with 2 turns, haven't we? So the 1.5
But there won't be a deduction because it wasn't 2. It's just worth a little bit less, but it's worth a lot of marks anyway.
Yeah, there's the free cartwheel into the flick. It's the precision at which she does her turns and spins on the beam that make her probably an Olympic champion. She does stand out from the rest.
Yes, once she gets into the rhythm, and she's so well up on the toes, so strong in the ankles. And she can spin on both legs. You know, most people have a favourite leg, but that's how she can do all the spins. You can see her spotting the beam as she goes into the leap. And yesterday in team final, she added a jump full turn in there, but she was a little bit offline, so left it out.
Well, that should definitely go into first position, but how far? Also an Olympic, a world champion to come up. There you can see the judges adding up the difficulty. Oh no, that's the gymnast with the coach, just going through it to make sure that the start value is correct.
Yep, she always likes to keep her own record, knows what she expects. Quickly closed, she didn't want TV cameras to pick up, but she knows what she'd expect from the D score, the difficulty score. And that's the score you can protest if you think the judges have got it wrong.
Well, it's a big score, 13.9. Sandy Weaver's execution there, good Christine, 8.3.
Yes, and definitely worth that.
Our oldest competitor in the championships at 34 years of age, representing beam, Vasilike Milusi.
The beautiful, beautiful, elegant gymnast, but that's the trouble with a big mount. If you don't do it perfectly, your challenge is finished before it even starts. Smooth backflip layout, somersault. Nice and supple, the jumps hit splits very easily. If you don't hit the full 180 degrees, the judges deduct. And that was well connected, the free cartwheel to 2 jumps. And that's a very difficult leap, to take the head right back. You lose sight of the beam and you have to try and then bring the head back, snap back. Long concentration pause. And there's that same skill from a different entry, but with the head right back. Ten seconds to dismount. Round off, double twist. Nice dismount, elegant routine. Shame about the mount, but you have to take the risk in order to have the difficulty score high enough.
Yeah, such a shame. Such a wealth of experience as well. Competed in 2 Olympic Games, 4 European Championships. This will be a 5th, 6 World Championships. Really led the way for Greek gymnastics for such a long time. And beautiful to watch on the beam, Christine. I mean, the artistry, and like you say, some of the best leaps that we've seen. But there you can see the start, just slightly out of line, and then off. More secure there. The overhead camera, the flick, layout, somersault. Free cartwheel. Into a leap, so one of the combinations. Nice flexibility there, showing the split. That's where the gymnast has to lose sight of the beam, head right back, obviously struggling to just make that adjustment when she comes back to the beam. And good dismount, stands up nicely into the double twist.
And for gymnasts who have been around a long time, fashions will have changed within the sport, and she'll have had to continually update, learn new elements that fulfill the current styles.
Well, we hope we see you again. Unfortunately, she will lose a full mark from that fall. And the score comes in 12.133. So that would have been a 13.133 if she'd have stayed on.
There's the current leader, Sunny Weavers.
So our first look, gymnast from Switzerland. Onto the beam, Ilaria Casely.
Another very elegant gymnast. An easy start. You don't have to use a difficult start. You have a choice of what sort of start. That was a nicely performed change leg split sleep. Acrobatic series, 2 flips and a layout somersault. Oh, and she held on to that very well. Another gymnast who works with good speed and rhythm. The Noddy, actually named after the great Hungarian gymnast Henrietta Noddy, the half turn onto the hands and walk out. And there, the full turning flip. Nice release of the head on that leap. Out of control, the end of the spin, but securely on. Free walkover. So many of the gymnasts have struggled to join their free walkover to jumps. It's one of those things in the gym, it's easy, but under the pressure it's not. With a good, powerful free cartwheel. This has had good rhythm, good choreography. Now it needs a good dismount as well. Round off, double twist. A little bit of a buckle at the knees and just over time, which was a shame.
Well, that 2 seconds too long. It was just on the bell, actually. That's a 0.1, unfortunately. But you can see she's definitely got the content of the routine. Qualified in 3rd place, 5.9 in qualification for the difficulty. Such a difficult piece to control the nerves. You can see acrobatic series, flick, flick, into the layout. That's where she did well to stay on. Grips the beam with her feet. Again, a little adjustment after one of the jumps there. First ever European beam final for Casely. So yet again, another great learning experience. It's a dismount, round off, into the double twist. A little bit buckle on the knees, so that'll pick up a slight deduction as well. Gymnasts have had quite a wait. If you're last up in the final, you could be waiting 10-15 minutes.
Yes, Casely was the 6th gymnast, so 2 more to go. I don't think that will challenge for the medals, but this gymnast might.
Certainly giving the judges something to think about. 2nd place at the minute is 13.166. Boyer of France. 1st place just seen Sanny Weavers of the Netherlands with a hugely impressive 13.9. And the score comes in for Kaislin, 12.466. Puts it into 4th place. Two gymnasts to go. Penultimate gymnast representing Belgium, Nina Derval.
Another big mount there, the round-off layout, somersault. And the backflip layout, she's tall and elegant. Smooth and confident on the free walkover. And besides, she floated that. She's a very precise gymnast, and that's what you need to be a big, good beam worker. Lovely over splits on those two jumps. This very important spin section. Triple, really very nicely performed, dead straight legs. Here's the dismount, straight with the full twist in the gainer position. I think she bent the legs a little bit as they came over, but that was a very nice routine indeed. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. She's really gaining confidence as a gymnast, Nina Derval.
Well, she's just taken the title on the uneven bars. I think that's good enough for a medal on the beam, but what colour will it be?
Well, in qualification, she had a 5 difficulty as opposed to Weaver's 5.5. So if that is the same still, I don't think she did a 0.5 better performance, but we will see.
I think in the qualification, Christine, she might have done the double spin.
Yes.
And then she did a triple.
Yes, and it was a beautifully done triple, this, wasn't it?
And the execution score on for me, there were hardly any wobbles in that routine at all. So on execution, potentially the best routine. But we'll have to see. Yet again, it'll be difficulty against execution. But that is so difficult. Remember the beam, it's only 10 centimetres wide. If you're sat at home and you think that's easy, clear a bit of room in the living room and try and see if you can squat down and spin around 3 times. And there's the dismount. The gainer somersault. So that means it's a back somersault moving forward with the full twist. And the score comes in. Nina Derval, 13.6. It's up on qualification. Into silver medal position with 1 to go.
But it was difficulty that made it. Only a 5 difficulty. These two gymnasts, good friends. But great rivals as well.
Absolutely, and our final competitor is pretty decent as well. Current world champion on this piece of apparatus, representing Germany, is Pauline Schaefer.
Became world champion in Montreal at the end of last year, and that was a fantastic start. Beautiful change leg leap onto the end of the beam, immediate leap. strong backflip layout, just a little bit of a wobble. Change leg ring, one of the best we've seen. Nice light movement along the beam. Gymnasts have to include a spin. More marks if it's a double or triple. Oh, and that's her own element. Side somersault with a half turn. But it really looked way off today. Jumps are very nice and powerful. And there's the side somersault without the extra half turn. Very nice, strong work. Good rhythm to this routine. Confident in all those jumps. I think if she hadn't had the fall, this would have been a big challenge. And another gainer, but just straight this time without the full twist. Well, that won't penetrate to the medals with a fall, but she's a very good beam worker. And I'm sure we'll see her back amongst the medals at the Worlds and Europeans later on.
Yes, such a disappointment there with that fall. Great to see gymnasts doing their own moves, adding a bit of originality. It had a lovely pace to that routine, Christine, from start to finish. Sometimes it can be a bit static, can't they? A bit stop-start, generally because they're a little bit nervous, a little bit tentative, but look at the start there. Jump showing that flexibility. Split leg leap again there. Powerful flick into the layout. Just one little adjustment. There you can see that's her move, the side somersault with a half turn. I don't know whether her shoulders were just slightly out of line there, Chris. What do you think?
It looked like it, didn't it, here? Yeah. She looked to me like she tried to make the half turn a bit too early before her feet had got right over her head.
Nice shape there in the gainer, layout, position.
And absolutely dead in line with the beam. If you're a bit out of alignment, they'll be deducting.
Teammates are always good for a hug when it's not gone to plan. We're just waiting for confirmation. I think we're pretty certain that's our European champion.
Just wait for the confirmation of the score for Pauline Schaefer.
Currently in second place, Marie Boyer of France in the bronze medal position. 13.166 is the total medal.
Interesting to see what that comes out with, Christine, because that was a full mark off to see in the future, is it going to challenge Weavers? And she needs 13.166, which is highly unlikely. Score comes in, Pauline Schaefer, 12.4, puts her in 6th position.
So So Sunny Weavers, the European champion on balance beam. Silver medal goes to Nina Derwell of Belgium, and Marine Boyer takes the bronze for France.
You did a great job.
is the women's floor final. Please welcome the gymnasts. Representing Great Britain, Georgia May Fenton. Representing Belgium, Axella Klinkert. Representing Sweden, Jessica Castles. Representing Netherlands, Celine van Herner. Representing Italy, Martina Basile. Representing Russian Federation, Angelina Melnikova. Representing Romania, Denisa Golgota. And representing France, Melanie de Jesus dos Santos. These are the gymnasts for the women's floor final. Glasgow, are you ready for your final?
First up in this floor final, representing Great Britain, is Georgia May Fenton.
Such an elegant gymnast. Very light and slight. Big first tumble, beautiful triple twist, legs locked together. Now this is an important series. You have to include a front summy, 2.5, and there's the front summy. Just a little hop on landing. Good double spin. And so now Georgia May has to include a double back somersault as well. You have to have twists and multiple somersaults. Here it comes, sky high, beautifully landed. Well, a truly delightful routine from Georgia May Fenton, bringing her championships to a close there with her coach Lorraine Atkinson from East London Gym Club.
Well, another great performance from the British women. And well, you join us now. Georgia May Fenton has just performed on the floor. Solid routine, qualified in 4th. There you can see, first tumble wraps in for the triple twist. Score comes in, 12.633, Georgia May Fenton. Good on execution, 8.133. Next up, onto floor, representing Belgium, is Axel Klinkert.
And Belgium, having had a great couple of finals on bars and beam. Very nicely performed double spin. And a good high full turning leap. This gymnast can tumble as well. Full twisting front walk out into big double tuck. Very dramatic routine. Another big tumble coming, double straight, or a little buckle of the knees, but well landed. Very theatrical routine, selling it to the crowd, but lovely tumbling. So we've seen double straight, full twisting double back. Dramatic into this final tumble, needs a good solid landing. She has it, double pike. Well, of style all of her own.
Fantastic performance. I thoroughly enjoyed that, Christine. I love the dramatics, changing tempo of the music, big tumbles as well. Double layout, fully back, as you said, in the pike position. Just 18 years of age. Qualified in 3rd place. 13.4.
Was very much the rising star of the Belgium team running up to Rio, and then had a big injury right at the last minute before the Olympics. So she's fought her way back, and this is probably the first major championships we've seen her back at, and really impressing. Quite often the gymnasts who go for very theatrical floor routines can't do very big tumbles, but this gymnast got it all. She can tumble as well. That's a very difficult tumble.
Yep, the full twist in the straight position, walk out into the round-off flick, double back in the tuck position. A little adjustment, but stayed within the floor. Some very powerful tumbling. And we can see round-off flick into the double layout position. 2 somersaults, a little bit of a buckle in the knees, so the judges will pick up on that. As I say, qualified in 3rd place, it would be fantastic for Belgium if they could take a medal on the floor, Christine.
It's very, very difficult to get difficulty on floor. She had a 5-3 difficulty score in qualification, and you really have to do some massive tumbling and leaps to get it up high. But she sold this routine very well. .3 on difficulty in the qualification. And 5.3 in difficulty here with a score of 13.4. That's a good score, well rewarded. Next gymnast to the floor is Jessica Castles, representing Sweden. She in fact lives and trains in England at Pinewood Gymnastic Club, but her mother is Swedish, so she competes for Sweden. First year as a senior. So Jessica Castles for Sweden.
Well to control the spin there. These good powerful tumbles. Double back in the tuck position. Not the most difficult floor work we'll see, but she can move around the floor well. Works well into the 1.5, stands up into the 2.5 twist. That was a good second tumble. Choreography, good in the leap there. Leap combination showing the splits, the 180 degrees. The very popular single leg spin. Gymnast light on her feet. Good in the tumble so far. That's the forward element, the handspring straight front, full twist. That was a solid performance. She should be very proud of that. Just 16 years of age, showing real maturity.
Just a little bit of a shame that she had the bobble on the spin, or the lack of control on the spin. Nice, elegant gymnast. A nicely choreographed routine as well. She's the Swedish champion, the Swedish all-round champion. This was the spin. See, she didn't bring the foot back round in front of her before she let go of it. So it actually, she only did 1.5 spins with the leg up high, so that will only be given a single probably. And there's a big bounce back in qualification. She nailed every single landing. But very smooth in the combination tumble. So you see that's a 1.5 twist, which is a C, into a round off flip, and now a D tumble, the 2.5. So in that one length, she's given herself quite a lot of marks.
And if you're just wondering what the C's and D's are all about, the skills are valued from A being the simplest down to F, G, and I do believe we have some H skills as well, so it gives you some idea of where they're at.
That's right, an A being worth 0.1, a B being worth 0.2, a C like that, handspring full twist in front, a C being worth 0.3, and they're all added up together. The 8 most difficult you do are added up together to give the all-important D score. And in a minute, the judges will come up with her D score. Then other judges are doing the execution. They're taking away from 10 for any little errors that are made, steps that are taken. Leader so far, 13-4. Oh, and they're making an inquiry. They obviously didn't feel that the D score, the difficulty score for her, was correct. The judges then do look back at the video.
Only have the D score as 5.3. She had 5.3 in qualification, so unless she added another skill, perhaps. That's interesting eye makeup there, Christine.
Yes, I think we're in for another theatrical routine there. I'm not actually sure how that will be received by the judges, because there's a bit of a... People like to feel it's a sport, not a art form. Right, inquiry rejected, so her score stands. Klinkert's score stands, and we wait now for Jessica Castle's score. 12.8, a good score for that routine. Just 4.7 in difficulty, but execution was high, 8.1.
Next gymnast as part of the team represented Netherlands at the Olympics, where the team finished 7th to perform on the floor with Celine van Gerner.
And a definite cat stance to start. Good double spin. Lovely leap, actually, right round the full turn. Big high double back, strong landing. One and a half twist into full twist in front. Fulfilled all those requirements on the tumble front. Leap series that has to be included. Well, that was something quite different, performed to the music from Kat.
Well, Christine, I really don't know how to take that, to be honest. To me, that's not for me, that sort of makeup. It should be about the performance. Maybe she's doing it to sell the performance, that's what it's all about, but where do you draw the line, I guess? Nice routine, not the most difficult we've seen, but she certainly can perform. Full of expression.
Well, I'm sure it'll lay down a challenge to the powers that be in world gymnastics, and I'm sure there will be a missive either agreeing that it's acceptable to perform in full makeup and playing a part, or else a missive saying that it'll be heavily deducted. We will see. I'm sure today the judges will just take it on face value. That was a fabulous leap. Change leg with full turn.
Was that a pun there, Christine? Take it on face value. I love it. But good in the tumbles, yeah, very neat, nice double back somersault, plenty of height, good on the landings. But obviously, if you're not performing the more difficult skills, it is a lot easier to spot those landings. She had a 4.6 on difficulty in qualification, so it is the easiest routine. But this was a good combination. The 1.5 twist into the straight front full.
Yes, and you have to include at least 2 tumble runs, so that there is, and 3 acrobatic elements, which she did. And so all the rest of her difficulty will have been made up with leaps and spins to get her difficulty score. But it is a bit of a departure. And I'm not sure that gymnastics want to promote themselves as a theatre platform.
Well, we'd be interested to get your views on it, I'm sure. I suppose we all need to push sport in different directions. See what the judges think of it.
Well, they certainly gave a big high execution score. Now that 8.7 includes marks for expressiveness, portraying the music, artistry, so they obviously felt it definitely showed that, which you have to say it certainly did.
It certainly did indeed. So halfway through this floor final.
Martina Basile from Italy. Haven't seen a lot of the Italians in these finals.
Small gymnast, very powerful. Big opening tumble, double layout. Gymnasts got to perform with the music. Stands up again, the double Arabian. Difficult landing. Just a little adjustment. Showing good flexibility in the leap series. Up, combination tumble, 2.5 twist into the tuck front somersault. Lovely flexibility again, split jump, reaching those splits. Big tumble to finish, double pike back. Just buckled a little bit on the knees. What a shame. That was a very nice routine. Well done.
Very powerful performance. good style. The Italians are always stylish, able to show good leaps and spins as well as powerful tumbling. So here's the double straight. It's the most difficult shape to rotate in. The body's at its longest when it's straight. Once you pike it or tuck it, it spins faster. And very nice. We haven't seen so many double Arabians. Half turn in and then a double front somersault. And of course, if you can perform that, it's your forward tumble. So it's a valuable element. Gymnasts have to do backwards and forward tumbles. Nice 2.5 into a punch front. Just little step on landings. The judges really want to see feet stay together as you land if they're going to give the maximum marks. Big double pike. Kept her knees off the floor. That was very well done. Actually, we haven't seen a lot of the Italians. Oh, 13.166. 5-2 difficulty, but they've been outstanding in the junior championships. Won the team and the all-around competition. So this is our leader at the moment. Waits nervously.
Well, this young lady certainly has had a fantastic European Championships, probably the most successful gymnast. Gold in the team. Medals, vault, bars, and now taking to the floor, qualified in first position, representing Russia, Angelina Melnikova.
Well, this is her title she's defending. Became European floor champion last year. Good double spin. Sometimes does a double backspin out of it. Watch this tumble, very difficult. Round off flip, double straight somersault with a full twist, beautiful. Very unusual leap. She's supple and uses that mobility. Then the double straight, oh, but the foot out. This will be tight. Had two hugely difficult tumbles so far. The front summer you have to include into the beautiful double back. Little pace. And short of control on that spin. Nice high, well-controlled double pike. Well, she made a few little errors, not on the tumbling, more on a couple of the spins and the step out. It's going to be a very close thing, close-run competition, this, I think.
Absolutely. Got the most difficult routine in this final. The first opening tumble was absolutely faultless. Full twisted double back in the straight position. Has a bit of everything. Has the grace and beauty of the dance, that performance, but the power of the big tumbles. This is the bit where, you know, potentially these are the few tenths that the judges, it's so difficult, the spins, not just on the floor, they've been doing them on the beam as well. There you can see full twist, double back somersault in the straight position. Just that little hop right into the corner of the floor. And then again, double straight or the double layout somersault. right to the corner of the floor. That step out, point one. And that's the combination tumble, front somersault, or the forward element, somersault, walk out into the double back position.
She's led this Russian team. They were sensational yesterday, and the Russian coaches were saying, this is amazing. We've had 16 routines without a single mistake, and because they are quite often a bit inconsistent. And she's worked, you know, they did team qualification, team final. Now this is her third apparatus final, and it just looked a tiny bit weary, I thought, in comparison to how she looked in team final.
Absolutely, I think it will be good enough for a medal, another one for the collection, depending what colour. We'll have to wait and see, because there is one exceptional gymnast to go. .13.4 leads the girl from Belgium, Axel Klinkert.
Oh, 13.166, fourth position. I'm surprised at that, but the difficulty was down 5-4. She just missed a couple of spin connections. So Klinkert for Belgium is still in the lead. And we've had 6 gymnasts to go, assured of a floor medal.
Well, that was a real surprise. So, no more medals for Belnikova. 2 to go. Who can get in there?
So Denisa Golgota, she vaulted brilliantly at the beginning of these finals. So she's powerful, the new Romanian star.
Junior European champion on this piece of apparatus. And another powerful double layout. Plenty of space within the floor. Big, difficult tumble, the double Arabian, half turn into the double front somersault. Good position there in the leap. That was a good combination. Showing control as well as the power. Stands up, full twisting double back. One, two, did well there, double spin. Great combination there, showing flexibility. Stands up, the double back, no problem there. Superb performance there from the young gymnast representing Romania.
Well, what a sparky and really enjoyable performance. Shades of Romania 8 years ago, of many of their great former gymnasts. She's really got the ability to perform and sell a routine. Very nice work. Lovely tumbling. There's a bit of a split on the legs on the double straight, but she spots the landing perfectly. Big, high somersaults. They're not only rotating well, but they're high. Judges can deduct for lack of height, even if they land. Well, you wouldn't deduct any of these for lack of height. And nicely up on the toes. The double spin with the leg held high. They've been very, very strict on giving those. But another massive tumble here. Full twisting, double back. That one was a lower tumble. She'll have a little deduction attracted there. We're getting experts at those, aren't we, Craig?
We certainly are. We've seen a few since we've been here. Romania have had such a strong tradition on floor work for years, though, and this is just another one that, you know, we've seen again because they have the grace and the beauty, but at such a young age, 16 years of age, with these powerful tumbles.
But they've really been in the doldrums, Romania, for the last few years, not qualifying for the Olympics, and it's delightful to see a young gymnast fresh and full of energy.
Interesting, the score.
Just
Qualified in fifth.
Yeah, I was
actually.
going to say just 5-2 difficulty.
But I think she didn't perform as well in qualification.
Oh, 13-6. That's done it. 5-5 in difficulty. She upped it right up, and that puts her top of the board with just one gymnast to go.
So a gymnast from Belgium pushed into second place, but that was a fabulous performance by the young Romanian. We can't write this floor competition over because this gymnast coming to the floor now, Christine. She's so excited. So, our final competitor on the floor to bring the Women's European Championships to a close, representing France, Melanie de Jesus.
And what a gymnast she is. Watch this explosive tumble. Double straight with full twist, the pace on landing, but hugely difficult. Immediately back for another huge tumble. The full twisting, double back in the tuck shape this time. Superb height on the leaps. The little puff. Here comes the front somersault walk out into the double tuck. Little bounce on the landing. So powerful, needs to finish with a sky-high double pike, and that's just what we get. Well, what a fabulous routine to finish the championships with. This is a gymnast who I think we are going to see huge amounts from. She's going to challenge for World Championships and Olympic Games. She's going to really put pressure on the American team. But there were a couple of little errors there, just small steps. Will they keep her out of the highest scores?
Well, top score 13-6, second 13-4, as you said, Christine. There were a few little errors there, but some fantastic tumbling. Such a powerful gymnast and so explosive. Not just on the tumbles, but on the height of the leaps as well. This is good. I like the twisting position in that, the shape, the full twist, double back in the double straight position. And you can see there, powerful, stands up, plenty of height. Same, full twisting double back in the tuck position, plenty of height. I think this bit looked as though she had a little bit of a a fall out the end part there. Looked a little bit of a loss of control, but maybe just part of the routine, Christine.
Yeah, it's difficult to say, and I don't think they'll take it as a fall. But she just had the step on landing. Oh, but she's got it, 13.766, a massive 5.5. Well, I do have to say, I think she's the classiest of the floor performers.
Yeah, certainly well deserved. Melanie De Jesus, you are the 2018 European champion on the floor.
Disappointment for Romania, second for Denisa Golgota, but actually I don't think disappointment at all. Silver medal and a big talent for the future. Led a very strong challenge from France for the team title. They won in qualification but were pipped by Russia in the team final. But gold at last on the last apparatus. Third for Axel Klinkert. So it's been a fantastic championships for the women here. Of course, it's the men next week. But a huge array of medals going to so many different countries. It's been a fantastic occasion. And as always, Glasgow really put on a great show. So here we are, Melanie De Jesus de Santos, gold for her. Denisa Golgota from Romania, silver. Axel Klinkert for Belgium takes the bronze.